Okay, we're ready for some fun. Alright, so the first part of this video, I actually erased it by accident while I was filming out at, well, doesn't matter where I was filming. But anyway, I erased the first part where me and Joseph, I think it was me and Joseph, took the hood off. And it was me and Joseph. We took the hood off and we took the support frames off of the side for the side panels and stuff like that. And now I've got a full team of people here to work on this engine. I've been commended for allowing these boys to do this job with me, teaching them how to, torque an engine down, get it back and running. And by no means am I an expert. I'm a self-taught farm mechanic, I guess you want to say. I can tear an engine down in one day and put it back together the next day and then go to work and run it for 10 years and it works. I've been criticized and I've been told that I don't know my asshole from a shoe sole, and that's okay, because you know what? The proof is in the pudding, boys and girls. When I go to work and I do a job, I get it done. It may not be done perfect, but it is done correctly enough that that engine will last. There are some things that I do that drive people absolutely nuts, like I don't go and pressure wash my tractor, wash it, wax it, and make it look pristine before I do any work to it, because you know what? I just don't have to. I find it to be a total waste of fucking time, and I don't have time to waste time. This tractor, even though I have the loader on the 8120, is still a very active tool in my arsenal of hay-making machines. It needed to be rebuilt. It was either I rebuild it or I junk it. Is it worth anything to anyone else other than me? Probably not. Rotted out fenders, roached out cab. My dad has his dog in there all the time, so it's just a stinky environment in there. But that doesn't matter, because it goes to work and it does the job it's supposed to do. May need brakes. I'm thinking that it's going to need brakes, but it does work. They do work. They do stop the load. And the problem with this tractor is it's too small to pull these huge loads of hay home with, and that was really the reason I went with the 8120 over the 7530 and to put a loader on. But this tractor here can still load them out, load them up, move them out, get this hay done. The real sad part was that it had broken rings in the pistons, and I will show you that later on in this video series that I'm doing. You can see my dad there. He's got the watchful eye as I'm tearing apart the tractor that he has spent the last 12 years of his life running. I've run it too, but he's put the lion's share of the hours on it. Now, he's not easy on it, and neither have I been or anybody else that's run this tractor. It's done everything from Hurricane Sandy cleanups to, digging up groundhogs, filling in ditches, and doing whatever it does. I used to mow hay with this thing, rake hay, obviously, and everything else that I could do with it. It used to be the sprayer tractor. We put it on the Hardy Commander, and it ran that for many, many years before I got the 7810. And I put the 7810 on it just for the simple fact that the 7810 goes down the road a hell of a lot faster than the 7410. It has an E range where this one does not. I've rebuilt the transmission twice. I've rebuilt the front axle. The center housing was bad. So, it was bad because it's a loader tractor and the bushings go bad. And if you don't grease the bushings, guess what happens? They wear out and they get sloppy and they wear the tires, and things just get really, really bad really quickly. So those were things that I have redone. The hub on the right-hand side has been replaced. The knuckle on the right-hand side, I welded and ground down and refurbished it that way, to get it so that it would hold a tire straight and work. By no means is this tractor worth anything to anyone other than me at this point. The cost of the rebuild kit was $1,535 after I paid for the shipping to the Wangers of Myerstown, where I actually purchased it's a Reliant kit. It is the same pistons that John Deere uses new from the factory. They are identical. The very same. Now, whether Reliant follows the exact same spec or John Deere owns Reliant, I am not sure. But, that kit was the same. Perfect. Identical. Didn't have the John Deere stamps on it, but they were the same, trust me. So yeah, I guess that's just the way it is when you have a tractor that you need to get back in the field and get running, and you do things that you normally wouldn't do. And I will tell you this, that I find I find this engine to be more simplified engine than, say, the 466 that's in the 4960 or the 4450s engine, or even that 4010 engine. Very simple, very easy to work on. This was probably the most simplest engine I've ever had the opportunity to work on. Just perfect. It was just perfect. It's like, wow, this motor came apart. Everybody says, oh, that new stuff gets... This isn't new by any means. It's 21 years old at this point. But this tractor is the newer style. They still make this engine and use it on a daily basis. But as far as this is concerned, it is much more simple than, say, the 720 Deere. Now watch the rest. Because that's definitely... It's burning down past at least two of them. That one, and that one. These are still functioning okay. So this one's okay, and this one's okay from what I can see. But this one here, you can see where it's blasting down past the compression ring on 3 cylinders. It's going to be metric, Tim. Metric. If you didn't know, and I've told you 100 times, this is metric. Metric. Yeah, I just threw shit on you. Because I can. If you were wondering why. Anything coming down?
15 or 16? Give me 15 first.
See, now that one doesn't go down.
Star?
That's another way you can test. Put a liquid in there. Like this. I fill it up and it just goes right down. Say goodbye to the liquid. Tim's going to eat it in a second, but that one's still in there. So, yep, that's our problem. 1, 2, and 3. So we were only banging on 3 out of 6 for 100%. This thing should be pretty snotty when we're done then, eh? Yeah. Another thing is this injector pump. I got a little bit of a leak on it. I should probably pull it off of there and send it out. I do have another injector pump up there, though. Did you know that? I should probably take that one off. It's 100% that one, right? I never did anything to it.